Phil Verster's resignation as CEO of Metrolinx marks the end of a turbulent 7-year tenure at the helm of Ontario's transit agency. Verster, who will officially leave by December 16, 2024, leaves behind a legacy marked by ambitious infrastructure projects and significant controversies. Reflecting on his time as CEO, his resignation offers an opportunity to evaluate his controversies, the challenges faced during his leadership, and the implications of his departure for Ontario's transit future. Phil Verster brought a wealth of international experience to Metrolinx when he assumed the role of CEO in 2017. Before coming to Canada, he held leadership positions with Network Rail and ScotRail in the UK, overseeing significant rail improvement projects. His hiring was heralded as a turning point for Metrolinx, with expectations that he would spearhead transformative transit initiatives across the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area. Under Verster's leadership, Metrolinx pursued several ambitious projects, including the Ontario Line, Finch West LRT, and GO Expansion, a multi-billion-dollar plan to electrify and improve regional rail service. His tenure also coincided with the development of the Crosstown LRT, a project plagued by delays and rising costs. While Verster was praised for his vision and determination, his leadership faced intense scrutiny over several high-profile issues. Most notably, the Crosstown LRT became a lightning rod for criticism. Originally slated for completion in 2020, the project has been repeatedly delayed, with no clear opening date as of yet. Verster attributed the delays to contractor performance and quality control issues, but critics argued that Metrolinx's oversight and management failures were also to blame. The Crosstown fiasco drew sharp rebukes from local politicians and business leaders, many of whom called for Verster's resignation long before he stepped down. Some went as far as labeling Metrolinx as a rogue agency, highlighting the lack of transparency and accountability under Verster's leadership. Additionally, the Ontario Line has faced rising costs and community opposition, adding to the perception of mismanagement. Verster's departure raises critical questions about the future of Metrolinx and Ontario's transit ambitions. His successor, interim CEO Michael Lindsay, will inherit a complex portfolio of projects, many of which are at critical junctures. Ensuring the successful completion of the Crosstown LRT and maintaining momentum on the Ontario Line will be his immediate priorities. Additionally, the agency will need to rebuild public trust and address concerns about transparency and fiscal responsibility. From my perspective, Verster's resignation is both a reflection of the immense challenges of managing large-scale transit projects and an indictment of the leadership struggles that have hindered Metrolinx's progress. While his tenure was not without successes, the persistent issues surrounding major projects highlight the need for stronger governance and accountability mechanisms. As Metrolinx moves forwards, it will be crucial to ensure that the lessons of the past 7 years inform a more effective and inclusive approach to transit development. This moment marks an opportunity for Ontario to reassess its transit priorities and foster a culture of collaboration and innovation. Whether the agency can rise to meet this challenge remains to be seen, but Verster's resignation underscores the urgency of addressing systematic issues within Metrolinx. As someone deeply interested in the future of transit in the Toronto region, I hope that this leadership transition signals a renewed commitment to delivering the reliable, world-class transit system that the GTA deserves. Resigning without completing flagship projects like the Crosstown or the Ontario Line leaves Metrolinx in a leadership transition at a critical time. This could potentially destabilize ongoing operations and negotiations with contractors, adding uncertainty to projects already plagued by delays. Such a decision could be interpreted as poor timing, given the need for steady leadership. Verster's tenure has been criticized for his high salary, which is approximately $870,000 annually, and potential compensation package upon resignation. If his resignation involves a substantial payout, while taxpayers are footing the bill for delayed and over-budget projects, it could fuel perceptions of a lack of accountability at Metrolinx. From my perspective, the timing of this resignation could either reflect strategic planning, allowing a new leader to step in before project deadlines or avoidance of further scrutiny as pressure mounts. With public trust in Metrolinx eroded and critical infrastructure at stake, this transition period feels precarious. Whether Verster's resignation marks a step forward or leaves more questions than answers will depend largely on how the interim leadership navigates the current challenges. The ongoing delays and cost overruns of this flagship project have severely damaged Metrolinx's reputation. As CEO, Verster has been the public face of these issues, absorbing much of the criticism. His resignation allows Ford's government to potentially reposition blame for these delays on Metrolinx leadership and contractors, deflecting attention from the province's oversight role. By removing Verster, Ford can signal a willingness to address public dissatisfaction without taking direct responsibility for the failures under his administration. Verster's departure provides Ford with an opportunity to reset the narrative around Ontario's transit projects. A new CEO could be presented as a fresh start, allowing Ford's government to frame ongoing challenges as problems of the past administration, even though they occurred under his watch. This strategy aligns with Ford's approach of distancing himself from unpopular policies or failures by shifting the focus to institutional changes or new appointments. The timing of Verster's resignation may be convenient given Ontario's electoral calendar. Removing a high-profile figure like Verster could dampen criticism of Metrolinx and Ford's government, particularly as transit delays and cost overruns are frequently cited by opposition parties as evidence of mismanagement. By appearing proactive in addressing these issues, Ford can reduce political vulnerabilities in debates about infrastructure. Metrolinx operates under the province's jurisdiction, and its failings reflect on the provincial government's oversight. Allowing Verster to step down while framing the move as a personal career decision avoids broader scrutiny of systematic issues in how Metrolinx and the Ministry of Transportation collaborates on major projects. This approach minimizes deeper investigations into the Ford government's decision-making, including allegations of micromanagement or insufficient transparency in transit planning. Ford's government can now shift the public conversation towards scrutinizing Verster's compensation, deflecting criticism from the administration itself. This tactic might appeal to constituents frustrated with perceived inefficiencies and executive excesses, while enabling the government to frame itself as fiscally responsible. Critics have long described Metrolinx as a rogue agency, suggesting a lack of alignment between the agency and the provincial government. Verster's departure could be used as an opportunity for Ford's administration to exert greater control over Metrolinx, reshaping its leadership and priorities in line with provincial goals. From my perspective, Verster's resignation serves as a political tool that benefits Ford's government by redirecting attention away from its shortcomings. While this move may temporarily ease public discontent, it does little to address the structural issues that have plagued Metrolinx. Whether this leadership change leads to meaningful improvements in Ontario's transit system remains to be seen. At the end of the day, while I think its timing is obviously odd, let's not get distracted from where and who the buck really stops with. I hope that you liked the video. If so, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed and want to be notified of new videos that are released, please click on the Art Toronto button here. This is the video that I would recommend for you to watch next, and I'm sure that you're going to love it. Here's the playlist for all of the latest in transit news and views that you're going to find very informative and interesting. And finally, here is the latest video. Thanks for watching and happy transiting.